What's something about the other person that annoys you? You know when you need to stand still and you just can't because you're thinking about standing still? Mm-hmm. That's the way I feel before we film.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's video, we are finally doing a little Q&A, but we don't know what exactly we're answering because we have not read all the questions that you guys submitted on Instagram. And so I'm gonna ask a question and then Chad's gonna ask a question, and I've read a couple of them, but I have no idea which ones he's gonna choose.
I haven't read any of them because I like the surprise factor. And oh, if you notice, I have a cough drop because your boy cannot shake this cough.
Okay, I'm just gonna scroll and then stop. We got, how many babies are we having? And when we're having babies, like 20 times.
Do you want to answer that one real quick? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now,
we want all the babies.
Yeah, we want a lot of babies, but we did say that we're going to have 2 and then reevaluate.
Yeah.
But Tori and I also are a big fan of adoption.
Yeah.
And so it could look like have 2 now, adopt 2 later, who knows? But we love the idea of having 4 kids.
I just want a big old family and all the babies running around. And then all the babies can have babies, and then we'll just have even more babies.
It's a lot of babies, baby.
Okay.
Wait, that
scroll
counts?
and choose. Yeah, that counts. I asked a question.
So look. Scroll, pick. How to practically encourage each other in a relationship with Jesus in the dating phase. Wow.
Ooh.
And by the way, you saw that was completely random. How to practically encourage your significant other during the dating phase. Funny enough, God doesn't talk about dating in the Bible, but I'm not gonna go there. You don't gotta worry about that. I think some ways would be just exactly what you said, encourage them in the Lord. Mm-hmm. They are not responsible for you in the Lord. They're not your spouse.
Yeah.
You're not married. You have no covenantally binding agreement that connects you to them. And so with that, your space is just for encouragement. Encourage them to find a small group. Encourage them to find a mentor to disciple them. Encourage them to pursue Jesus in their free time. Encourage them to read. Empower them in that. There's something really powerful whenever you empower somebody. You get to see them become someone fantastic. I read this quote the other day, and I'm gonna butcher it, but it basically says something along the lines of that God loves you so much exactly where you are, but he loves you too much to leave you there. I would, on the flip side of things, I would also, I don't wanna say warn you, I would just kind of be careful to not pray intimately together, because you start building these soul ties and these connections where you feel so close to this person before you're married, and that can be hard, where if it doesn't work out, that can be really hard to move on from. I'm not saying don't pray together, but I'm just saying definitely create like a healthy balance to where you don't try to fix this person. You're not their accountability partner. So, you know, you're dating, and so keep it a dating until you're married. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. Chad always did a really good job too when we were dating. If I was struggling in any way in terms of career, work, identity, worth, etc., he did a really good job of pointing out where the enemy was kind of taking hold of my mind, and he would always encourage me with truth of what God says about me. And I think that was really vital to our relationship at the time, because it made me hold him at such a high regard, and I knew that he would never let me just sit inside of the lies of the enemy. He was going to cross them out and speak truth into me, and so that really meant a lot. And when he did that, obviously I got to see his heart for the Lord, and I think that's why our relationship progressed the way it did.
Next question.
This was, like I said, random scroll and a choose. If you had to move out of LA, where would you like to go?
Probably Florida.
Probably back to Florida, probably Tampa.
Yeah, we love the warm water in Tampa.
Yeah. Our dream is to like live on the water.
Yep.
Like I want a house that I can just walk out to the beach. The beach is like my peace. And so I don't know, when we have a family, I'd love to like take kids there and just, I don't know, be a beachy family.
That's funny because the Lord is my peace, but I'll answer the next question.
I feel the Lord at the beach.
Do you attend a church or anything?
Yes, we do.
Yep, we do. Yep. Yeah, we really enjoy it because we've met some of our closest friends in church, especially whenever she was in Tampa.
Yeah.
I mean, she has lifelong friends from there, you know, and the same thing for me and the different churches I've gone to.
Highly recommend getting involved in a church and community group, etc. All right, scrolling. Go to Chick-fil-A orders.
Wow.
We just finished eating Chick-fil-A.
Yep. Yeah, we just finished eating Chick-fil-A. I'm typically like a traditional chicken sandwich type of guy, and I'll get fries but today, and a sweet tea. But today I went char grilled, and let me tell you, those little grilled nuggets. Oh, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and He works in those nuggets.
Fun fact about me: I used to eat Chick-fil-A like 3 times a day. I would go for breakfast and get an extra order of chicken minis to heat up for lunch, and then I'd go back on my way to dance. So
it's like a tithe, you know what I mean? Tithes and offerings.
Yeah, my tithes definitely went Chick-fil-A. My order all the time now though is 8-count chicken nugget meal, fries, and a sweet tea. Oh, and if you haven't tried it yet, you have to try the French fries and scoop it with ice cream, because their ice cream is also the best.
Dang, baby.
It's like salty sweet.
Okay, you're getting a little excited here, babies. All right, let's do a fun game. I'm gonna put you through a speed round and you have to answer these questions.
Okay.
But you can only take like 5 seconds per question.
What? I feel like I'm in pageant land again.
And then you're gonna do the same thing for me. So this is your speed round. Okay, I'm gonna start from the bottom because I don't know if you've read.
From the bottom.
No, you have read one at the bottom. Aw. What's your favorite part of marriage?
The safety that comes with marriage, knowing that you will always be around.
Ooh. Well, someone asked about adoption.
Oh.
Yep.
Totally down.
Man,
ooh, and you have to see Instant Family if you haven't. One of our favorite movies.
Ooh, what inspired y'all to start a YouTube channel?
I actually did an entire video on what inspired me on this. So if you haven't seen it, it's called Becoming an Influencer. And it really was out of obedience. It wasn't because I really necessarily ever wanted a YouTube channel. It was God, I really felt God prompting me to encourage, almost as a ministry outlet. And so here we are.
Have you had a difficult time in marriage so far? Have you had a difficult time?
I think when we first got married, we went through like a lot of financial stuff because we had paid like so much money for our honeymoon and the wedding and retirement and credit cards and all the things, furnishing an apartment. And that was, I think, probably the most stressful time of our marriage, just trying to like figure that out and what that looked like. But the Lord redeemed that real quick, which was a testimony.
Would you ever homeschool your kids?
Yes.
Yep.
Especially if we were in California.
I don't think that worked as well as I wanted it to, like regarding like it being a speed round, because these are tough questions.
I know.
My turn. Put me through the speed round. If you see me keep moving a lot, Tori can sit on her legs and it be totally fine. My legs fall asleep and I can't handle it. I can't hang. And so I keep moving. Okay,
this is what is your testimony. I think we'll have to do an entire video on what our testimonies are. So we'll get back to that one. Who is most likely to say sorry after an argument?
Me.
For sure, him.
100%. I'm also the cause of many of the arguments. So there's that.
Do you guys want to travel in the future?
Yes. AKA in 2 weeks.
For our anniversary, we're going to Hawaii. And then for his 30th, it's his golden year.
That's a surprise.
We'll tell you where we're going later. How do you trust each other so much?
You mean answer that one?
Yeah, your speed round, babe.
Communication and watching someone's actions. I'll answer that. I'm going to answer reverse order. Whenever you have time to watch the way someone treats other people, the way that they communicate with their friends or their family or their career, and those types of things, you can really, like, people tell you a lot about themselves with the way that they act and the way that they treat you. And so that's like a big one. A lot of people don't think about that. And then the first thing is just communication, because when you communicate well together, you build respect. And whenever you respect each other in your own individualities, then you start to, you build love for each other and trust for each other, because you start to understand the person better. My leg is dying.
Who is a good cook?
That's me. I don't know why I did this. The Lord. No.
Babe, what's your favorite thing to cook?
Man, that's hard. I love to make a good steak. I just love to cook in general.
He does. He'll watch like 10 YouTube videos on how to cook one thing
Like,
before he cooks it.
if you were to want to know my favorite YouTubers, you would make so much fun of me. Because probably the top 3 are cooking channels, and the other ones I'll share more with you about later.
Valid. How old are we?
I'm 29.
I'm 26.
Oh, babies.
My birthday is in March. When are we planning to have a baby?
You want to take this one?
No.
We'll pause that one for another thing.
But there's so many questions about that.
You can't give them everything they want, baby.
Kids, when? Did you guys move in together before being married?
Nope.
No.
And let me tell you, rent wasn't cheap. But let me take that a step further, my guy. Number one, I thought it was really important for us to really enjoy the dating phase, you know, where I have to pick her up for something or drop her off, and then you start to miss each other and you start to really almost desire marriage, because living together is one of the fruits of marriage. Mm-hmm. And if you start to get the fruit of marriage without the commitment of marriage, then you really can take advantage of something that's built for people to feel safe inside.
And something I always encourage my girlfriends with.
Baby, turn that thing off.
Something I always encourage my girlfriends with if they come to me and ask me this question is...
Oh, I love this answer. I love this one. My foot hurts.
Baby,
so
what are you doing?
My foot, I don't know what to do. My foot hurts. It hurts.
I just always say I would not want to feel like I was on an audition to be his wife. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness gracious.
But I feel like that's what it is. I mean, I wouldn't want him to experience everything he would get out of marrying me without having to put a ring on it and actually say I do and make the commitment.
And also, let me clarify, that's not to say that we didn't want to, okay?
No, we definitely wanted to.
A lot of the reason why we had a quicker dating and engagement process because we were so excited to be together. Okay. Ooh, babies. Sorry, this is gonna take a sec. Oh, the juice. My friends, this is the juice. What's something about the other person that annoys you? The juice, my guy.
You go first.
Something that can get annoying to me is when you start to almost expect that I'll cook. I love to cook, I really do, but that doesn't mean I always want to. It takes time, you know, it takes cleaning, it takes all this stuff, and I'm not always in the mood to. And there are, because she knows I love to cook, she will sometimes assume that I want to, or just kind of that's, you know, my thing. But let me tell you this, and this is gonna make me sound great. The past week, I kid you not, the past week I've been making her breakfast without her even asking.
That's true. From the goodness of his sweetie little heart. My little baby.
Your turn.
Oh, I know something that kind of annoys me sometimes. Chad is obsessed with sports.
Oh.
And I'm trying to really love tennis because he makes me watch hours on end of it. But when it gets annoying is when he has a game on his phone and he has another completely different sport on the television and I can hear both of them going. That kind of gets on my nerves.
Whatever.
He doesn't care.
Ooh, the juice, my loose. What sort of boundaries did you two put up when you were first dating?
Ooh, we had a lot of different boundaries. That could be an entire video.
Maybe we should do a whole video on that, boundaries in dating. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. What's your favorite snack?
Ooh, mango popsicles.
My favorite snack right now is probably an affogato. That's a good one.
It's like a dessert.
An affogato, if you don't know, you take a beautiful scoop of ice cream, preferably vanilla, and you pour espresso over it. And it, oh my goodness gracious. Ooh, okay, last question.
There's so many more.
What is one of your favorite things about Jesus?
He's not far away. I like to say he's one prayer away. Like all I have to do is say his name and know he's listening, and that's so comforting that I don't serve a God that's just way far out in the universe and I can't reach him or touch him. I have to work to get to him that he runs to me and like actually wants to spend time with me.
Yeah. Aw, that's really cute, babies. I'm not that far away either.
You're right here, babies.
One of my favorite things about Jesus is, I have a bunch of answers to this, and I don't want to be cliche, the fact that he could love someone like me. To a lot of people that wouldn't make sense, but knowing that I came to Christ later in life and I haven't always lived a life faithful to God, to think, you know, there's that scripture that, you know, says that there's one person who is in debt this much, and there is another person who is in debt like that much, right? And if the debt collector forgave them both of their debts, who would be more thankful? And obviously the person with the greater debt, I feel sometimes more thankful for him because he forgave such a great debt. And that means a lot. But I also, the new answer would probably be, I love how he uses community in your life, you know? And like, just like what you're saying, he's not far away. And he can even just use people. Like, we just had a wonderful friend over here who can be so encouraging. Or I get text and video chats from friends that just want to pray, and you know, it's just like how he uses community is really cool. Baby, we're out of time. Thank you for tuning in.
We're out of time, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know us just a little bit better. If you have any requests for future videos, leave them in the comments below. And if you think anything we said could encourage anyone, feel free to share it with them.
So Scribs,
subscribe if you want.
Yeah, only if you want. I would encourage you all to ask these same type of questions to your friends and build closer relationships, because obviously, like, the more you know somebody, the more you can be there for them and love them and stuff like that. And so we thank you for inquiring so much into our lives, and we hope that we can inquire into your lives as much as we can between, you know, the thing. Oh, I wonder if that freaked anybody out. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys. We love you.
We love you.
We'll see you in the next video.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
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 But go turn the cameras off.
Bye.